references link, and I'll also send out the syllabus for those who missed out on last week. I'll answer any little questions you guys had. I'm sure. Share. Come on. Okay, that should cover it. Cool. Okie dokie. Alrighty, everybody. Hi, welcome to art class. First day, we're going to be doing some art. Nice to see some familiar faces. Some that didn't make it last week. I'm going to go ahead and take roll for this. I'm going to mute the video, but I'll unmute it later on. So if you are watching this later, is the sound working? Do we know? I think I see the little sound bar moving. We'll find out. All right, cool. That little warning came off. All right, so welcome everybody. Now we should have gone out shopping. We got it. Echo. Good. We're just waiting here. Do you need help? It's easy. It's okay. You're all good. Cool. So, right.
It's right in front of us.
So, yeah, last week we should have gone out and gotten our materials. Did anyone need help with that? Any problems you guys faced? All right, we're good. Okay, cool. We're all good to go.
Thank you for the Amazon shopping list. Helpful.
Oh, good. Yeah, it's just kind of add cart. I mean, you're welcome to go to the art stores, support them, but yeah, that's what I use, and so that's what we'll probably end up using in the future too. Okay, cool. So today we're gonna be doing some drawings. We're gonna be really warming up with drawing with form. So this whole semester, we'll be working with getting better at drawing forms. Last semester, we focused a lot on landscapes and kind of placing things in the landscape and composition, shapes and stuff like that. There's going to be a bit of that. We're also going to try to convey some mood in objects. Instead of it just looking like a shopping list, something straight out of Amazon, we could try to convey some mood. And I'll show you guys how to do that in the future. And I'm not muted. Good. Yeah, today we're going to be using some colored pencils. I'm going to pick out a warm color like this orange here, and I'm going to pick out a darker color like this blue here. But you can choose any two colors as long as one is lighter than the other. And that's all we need. I like orange and blue. I think that's a good combination, but yeah.
Yeah, I checked in my car to see if I had any colored pencils and I did not.
Okay, if you don't have any colored pencils, feel free to just use a pencil.
I have
Yeah.
pen.
Yeah. Alrighty. Yeah.
What is the last number?
So 6'2", 155, and then the second one is 156.
I'm sorry, to me again.
62,
6'2".
155. And then you do the second one as well. So you do two. So for two classes.
And the second one?
6'2", 156. All right. Cool stuff. Alrighty, guys. Check out our references here. Yeah, let's start with this. All right. So, when you're drawing with form, I'm going to show you guys this online so you can see this. All right. So when you're drawing with form, it's everything in the world can be broken down in these building blocks. So I'm basically showing you how to sculpt with paper and flat surfaces. And with this kind of knowledge, you can be drawing faces, skeletons, beautiful birds, anything you want. Hello, welcome. And so you can see here, kind of breaking down simple shapes like water bottles, hats, and everything can be broken down in just a few simple shapes, like so. These are the main building blocks here: circles, squares, triangles, and rectangles or cylinders. So I'm going to show you guys how to make each of these. Let's kind of just do step by step. Real easy today. So check it out. So we got our circle here. Now, first draw a circle. The best way to draw a circle or curved shapes is not by using your wrist like so. Can you see that okay?
Yeah.
Maybe I'll use a darker color just for you guys. If you're using a pencil, you can draw lightly first. Now, if you're trying to draw a circle and your wrist is stuck to the paper here, and you're trying to make a perfect circle, it might come out a little wonky or weird, or, you know, it might just come out a little weird and wonky, which is okay. But the best way that I find to make a nice smooth circle is by, oh, be sure to mute your phone. Just hold down on the down buttons there. All right, we'll get the hang of
Be
this.
right back.
Sure. All right. So if I kind of hover this line down using my whole arm, got it? Cool. So we're just going to use this whole page here to try to draw some nice circles. There we go. You can kind of hover your whole hand. You're using your arm and your elbow mostly. And you're getting that real smooth motion here. It's a good way to make a circle there. There you go. Real fun, real easy. Now these are very two-dimensional objects. All right. Next shape we can do, oval, which is similar to this circle, but ovals are great because you can easily give this circle 3 dimensions very simply. So just kind of drawing an oval on the inside, whether that be thin or long, having it hit each side here, you got yourself a 3-dimensional object. Now, it still looks kind of flat. So what I like to do is I like to add a bit more pressure on the line that's closest to me. So you can kind of decide which line is closest to you and which line is further away. And if I kind of added a second oval here, I can decide that's the side that's going to be closest to me. There we go.
And you're using your full arm for the ovals too?
Huh?
You're using your full arm for the ovals too?
Yeah. It's all about using your whole arm, keeping it really loose. You can kind of hover it above it. And you can see that the lines are messy and kind of overlapped and stuff like that. That's a good way to kind of get used to that motion there. You're not trying to get it down the first time. Let's relieve that pressure in us that we have to draw the circle perfect the very first line here. That's a lot of pressure, and when you work that slow, it's not going to look good. If you work in confidence, like you have a little rehearsal in your arm movement, you get a better circle there. You have that kind of confidence that you just put it down and you're good. And could it be even confident like that? But if you're taking too much time, just trying to get it perfect, just the first time slowing it down, you might get close to a perfect circle, but I mean, it's got a different kind of life when you work slow. So try to work slow, see how that looks, and then try to work fast, like right afterwards. Just feels smoother when you do it fast, huh? Yeah. Now, in each of these balls that I'm going to do here, I'm going to make them all into 3D forms. So I'm going to do some ovals and different angles here. Some of them wider. And make sure that you put more pressure on one side, leave it thin on the other. You could also use those two colors like I mentioned. You know, if you draw it down with that, you don't have to worry about the pressure. You could just draw that line down over which side you can really see. And the great thing about this is that if you don't get it right the first time, when you draw it over again with that thicker line or that different color, you can kind of correct certain things, whether that be an angle or something like that. And I can rotate the paper around. You guys see how I did this here? I drew that with orange, and then I just traced over the side that's going to be closest to me. And this, try making wider and even skinnier ovals. See how skinny you can make it. That's a real skinny oval, but this is still wide. That's fine. Even on these funky looking circles, you can still make them look pretty three-dimensional too. Woo.
Is there a trick with the circle too, like there is with the oval, where you color part of it a little bit darker?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you could be drawing these with that lighter color here, and then you could easily kind of slow it down maybe, and then kind of correct certain things. But yeah, with drawing, you can just kind of draw it out so fast. When you're using different tools like a paintbrush, you can use the shape of the brush itself to give you those shapes. All right, I'm just gonna whip these out real quick, see how fast I can do it. This is how cartoon faces are made. You always see those like how to draw books, and it's like the first step is always draw a circle. The circle is that first step. We're gonna make these into faces here. We're gonna make these into little cartoon characters. I'm gonna take a chapter from Andrew Loomis, and we're gonna draw some funny faces. I think that would be fun. Let's see. What kind of curve do I want?
For the oval, do
Mhm.
we have to be both sides need to be the same? I mean,
Width and stuff like that?
yeah.
No. I can make one super skinny. I can make one really wide. That's really good. So there's a really wide oval on the inside, and there's a really skinny oval over here. Now, if we had a circle looking straight at us, it might look something like that. See that? That's a circle looking straight at us. because you can't see what's behind it. You can't see what's in front of it. Yeah, it's true. It's true. It's true. Yeah. So I'm just gonna do one more here. All right, cool. We're gonna make little people's heads. I mean, you can make them into birds. Should we make them birds? Let's make them birds. Let's make them birds. It just goes with the theme. Hello, Patty. Okay. So.
I noticed when I draw with my whole arm now, it gets like really sore quick. Is
Mm.
there a tip to, I'm not sure why.
Maybe holding it out farther will help you. You can kind of use your wrist that way. That way it can be a bit bigger rather than if you had it on the inside, you have to use more hand movement versus this.
And that's better.
Yeah. So try holding it in different ways. Yeah, and just work with what you got. I mean, if it comes out a little funky looking, that's fine. Wiggly wogglies, it's fine. It's all good. Alrighty, let's make these into birds. So these are really simplified birds. So what I'm going to be doing here, off of each of these little X parts, I'm going to try to draw a line going from one side to the other. All right, so I always have this line kind of going out here. You can make your bird beaks really long or not. And then
This is the head of the bird, the head?
yeah, this is gonna be the beak. Yeah, this is the head of the bird here. All right, and so out of this line there, this is gonna be the top of that beak, and this is gonna be the base. And to make that beak like a triangle here, I can kind of really lightly draw down that triangle from here. Maybe even more of a diamond. I can always have another part of the beak go down a bit. And I can connect this up to that. This up to that. And I can connect this part up to that. There we go.
First, can we make it closer, make it bigger?
Sure. Yeah, and guys, let me know if there's any problems with seeing it or anything like that.
Don't we have a bigger TV screen? I sort of remember a bigger one.
Maybe.
That would probably be better for our class.
Right. This is streaming live, so you can't have it on your phone. That can also help too. I see a few people doing that. Just make sure to mute your phone. Here, I'll do it with this shape here. But I can always refer to this middle line here for my bird's beak. So I'm kind of making this little triangle. This little what's the word? Diamond, yeah. And that's kind of how you make a pyramid there. We got a pyramid now. And once I draw it down, I can kind of thicken the lines that are closest to me. I can even add a bit of a curve to some of these lines if I want to add some character to it. And I know you're thinking, Bryce, this looks kind of cartoony. Well, these same rules apply when you're observing things in real life. And knowing how to break down things that you see in front of you to make them simpler, like these simple shapes, it's totally up to you. So here I have that diamond right there. And then I have this part shaded here. I have this underside shaded. I'm just going to assume that there's always going to be light pointing down on this one. We're not going to do anything too fancy. But I mean, you could imagine the light being anywhere. If you're more advanced, feel free to imagine that light being in different places. But I'm just going to imagine as it gets lower, it's going to get darker. So everything down here might be shaded. I can just draw really lightly here. There. Cool. And you guys can have some fun with the eyeballs. I mean, this is a little cartoony already, so why not? So to do the eyeballs, I can kind of, to do the eyeballs, I can kind of draw that same shape as below that same oval. I can draw that on right towards the top of wherever I want that eyeball to go. Let's say I want an eyeball right there. I can put one in a similar spot here. And then I can build it out with another little circle. It looks a little heartless right now. Best way to make an eyeball have some heart is by leaving a little circle there. It's a little anime-like, but I think it's cute having that little white dot. So I would have left it in the eye, but I'm gonna let that one not be perfect. Maybe I'll move on to this one right here. I get that oval in there. I can add an eyeball, maybe down lower this time. Try to have it in a level spot. Add a little circle there for a light. And color everything in. Cool. We're building with shape. We're making some three-dimensional kind of birds here. How you guys doing? Yeah? All right, well have some fun. We'll just finish up these little birds, make some little pyramid beaks here. And I think we'll move on to our next subject. We'll do their bodies and stuff too. Yeah. So it's a good little practice here. If you guys like this, I'm basically getting this from one of the references I handed out to you guys through archive.org. You can get that. You can get there through right here, this link in the syllabus. I even have a little scanned QR code if you guys want to use it. Who wants to?
Do you have an extra syllabus?
I don't have one, but I sent it to you via email, so you should have it accessible. So this is the link. And the book right here, Fun with a Pencil. Andrew Loomis basically did a very similar thing, but he's so much better. He makes little old men. We're just focusing on birds today, so.
So everything you start from the ground,
Yeah,
both human, birds, anything.
human, birds,
Okay. So it's, the book is Fun with a Pencil.
Fun with a Pencil. And this is available for everybody. Anybody can see this. This is totally free. You could buy this, but it's all
Can you
here.
go back to the QR code when you get a chance?
Sure.
Just so I can take a picture.
All right. This is for the books, the book reference.
Yeah.
Yeah. This should work with your phone. You could be really far away. Phones are really good at finding these things.
Not sure how to save it.
Mm.
Oh, can you bring that back for a second?
Mhm.
Try and get that slide.
It's all in the syllabus.
She
So
doesn't know how to do it. I was gonna do it.
It's on the syllabus.
yeah,
You just take a picture of it.
you can take a picture of it. It's also got a link on there too. So if you click on that, it should pop up.
Oh, wait,
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. We use technology here quite a bit. It comes in handy as an artist when you get the hang of it.
oh, you're right. It's down there. I didn't know you could take a picture of it. Mine doesn't do it that way.
Yeah, it comes up.
Is it working okay, guys?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Alrighty. So let's get to the other basic shapes. Or
I don't know. I usually like
okay. Alright, we're gonna draw a glass vase before we get to cubes and stuff. Where are we? This looks good. This looks good. This looks good.
I saw the little bird's body.
I know this is similar. Yeah. Yeah. This is good. Okay. I like it. All right, cool. We're gonna use this boy. This is gonna be our model. I'll put it on streaming here.
It's on the first page.
Yes. I just put it down.
Oh, you just added it?
Yeah.
We have to do the reflection in the back.
No. No, trust me. We're just looking at the vase's form here. What is going on? Sorry, guys.
You sure like chickens for some reason.
I was hungry. Okay, cool. There. Now we got both pictures here. All right, so I'm gonna go flip my page here. We're just gonna crank through these pages here. Feel free to cut these out later if you really want them. All right, so next thing we're gonna be doing, we're gonna be working on some cylinders. We're moving our way up. We got circles, now we're doing cylinders. We're just going through the frames. These are our building blocks. This is what we're gonna be building things up with. All right. Cool stuff. Now, the thing with cylinder. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna stop sharing this because not quite there yet. All right, so the thing with cylinders is now we have perspective. Ooh. Everyone runs away. All right, so huh? Yeah, it's okay. We're going through it. We're just one step at a time. So cylinders are the best way to get into perspective. Perspective, all it is making 3D things making flat things look 3D. So what we always need to know is the horizon line. We go right. In fact, screw this. I'm sorry. I'm doing it right down the middle. We got the horizon line. You can go draw this. All right. And maybe I'll go put a little dot here. This will be a vanishing point. And let's say we just went ahead, made a nice vase. Now, I'm gonna go draw a big old line right here. Now, when I'm drawing these big lines here, just like the circles, using my whole arm, kind of imagine from one point to the other. You can kind of hover that around and then finally just go for it. If you do it enough times, you get pretty good at it, but it's always a little wiggly. It's always a little woggly, but faster you do it, more confidence you have, the better it's going to look. So try not to overthink it. So let's just say we had a cylinder lying down here, and it's, so I could make a cylinder like so. Maybe I feel like it's going to be about this shape here. And let's just make it a big old roll of duct tape. So,
Or oval.
huh?
Circle or oval?
Oh, this is oval. Yeah.
I thought he was gonna squash it.
Now, I don't know. It's probably closer to a circle because it's kind of facing us. It's not a perfect circle because like we saw before with the ball, like this would be the ball there. And then that would be kind of what the ball would look like. All right, we're just ignoring that though. Sorry. So I'm just gonna add this really light line here, and I can cut that line. So now I don't need to have that piece of duct tape last on into infinity, because right now this is a big old pipe that goes on to infinity. We're in a barren wasteland and we're looking down a pipe. We don't want a pipe, we just want duct tape. So I can kind of try to draw that same kind of shape here over here. And I'm going to try to end it on that line there. There we go. And make it a bit thicker over here. There we go. Kind of connect those two. So that the sides of this duct tape, maybe it's, right now it's just the duct tape roll. So I kind of have to make a center part in here. So maybe I will draw that little line down the middle, and I can make another circle similar on the inside. Oh, too aggressive. Oh my gosh. Okay. There's my one oval. You can kind of imagine that going in over there. Now this middle part in this line, that's always going to be the middle. So if I had a line going down the other side of that oval, and I found that middle part there, I'll know that this is the center of that oval. And maybe I'll kind of have that, follow that same kind of curve there. There we go. Yeah. So let's just say we had a vase sitting up on this ground here. Maybe we'll have a vase lying down here. I'm gonna have this now. The lower the base is on that horizon, the more round it is. If I was to draw a line going straight up, this is gonna be in front of that duct tape. If I was to continue to have it grow a little bit wider over here, have it go out that way. Oh, this is ugly. I'm gonna bring it over here. I'm sorry. Here we go. Cool. So I'm gonna make a funky long base. I'm gonna start it real down low here. Have that circle be real round, real light. Always start off light. You can always go over the lines later. No erasing. That's why we're using colored pencils. But anyways, as I make my way up, this oval is going to become completely flat, just like we saw with that ball, right? Where we had that kind of crisscross. So as it goes down below the horizon, that circle there, here, we'll use this for reference. Okay, so here's a circle. So there it is, right on the horizon line. Oh gosh. And as it goes down lower, it gets wider and wider until it's so low that now it's right in front of you. But basically, this is kind of how the horizon works there. It slowly gets skinnier and skinnier as it gets taller. So I just kind of start at the very bottom. I'm like, where's that kind of oval doing there? And I try to do a middle one over here. This one's gonna be a bit skinnier, about half as skinny. You can measure it if you want, but I'm just gonna eyeball it. Then this one's gonna be super flat. And then the opposite happens once you go above the horizon line. Oh, now this looks like a Coke bottle. I could make this into a Coke bottle. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll stop right there. But you can keep going. You can add some really big ones up here. Some really round ones way up high. I mean, I don't know what's going on here. But I'm just gonna make this into a Coke bottle. So once I have that form in there, I can make sure that I put down the extra pressure on what's closest to me. It's above the horizon line. It's above. This line is gonna be above. This is gonna be pushed back further away. Right here, it's flat. Here, this is gonna be up in front. This is gonna be up in front. Can you see what we're doing here? Now it makes a little more sense when we have that kind of knowledge that this is going to be what's in front of us, this is going to be what's in front of us. And it's kind of connect the dots after that. So I can kind of add a bit of a wiggle if I really wanted to. Make it into a Coke bottle. Hey, how about that? My own version of a Coke bottle. If I had a photo reference, then I would probably get it more correct. Hi. All right. Well, I'll be sure to check a roll later on. Just come visit me if you came in late. But I can just kind of connect the dots, add a little wiggle. Oh wait, no, this looks more like a lava lamp. And then I can add a little Coke label. So let's just add a little Coke label here. Now, way up here, it's gonna be real skinny. I can get that thick line there, and I can just use a little piece of it. Maybe I'll have my label go right here. And I'll be like, lava drink. I don't know. It's my own drink. I'm just having fun. And then there's my little label there. Add extra little lines that kind of follow that same curve there. Color it in if you wanted to, but I'm just trying to keep things simple today. See? I could do the back of the label over here. But if I wanted to keep going, let's just say I could make maybe, I don't know, fizz or something. I can make fizz kind of coming out from the bottle, and I can still follow that perspective to make the fizz. And I could add circles for all the bubbles and all the drippage. And I can kind of add some curves in there. Maybe some extra little balls dripping, all that fizz kind of pouring out from there. I'm really just making this up. This is just fun. And you're just kind of getting this extra little blobs in there, you know? But it's the same idea. You're just thinking about those forms. Just knowing which side is up. And maybe I'll make a little top of the bottle can here. Now, the thing with the top of the bottle cap here that's just gone flying, well, now it's kind of off kilter because it's doing its own thing right now. So this is where you can kind of have some fun. It's okay to kind of get away from the horizon line and vanishing point as long as you know that this follows some sort of rules of a different plane. Now this is crooked now. It's the top of the bottle cap, so it can kind of go flying in whatever direction. But I mean, it can be flipping. It can be completely circular. Maybe it's multiplying. I don't know why. You know, it could be completely flat.
You should have done this in orange if it's a lava Coke.
Oh, in orange, yeah. Well, I don't know. I got a blue lava lamp, but yeah, if you got an orange lava lamp, I don't know. They come in all sorts of colors.
I was thinking about data.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that would make sense. But I mean, the blue's good for shadows, and you could always color the rest in an orange. Yeah. So, you know, no matter how you draw that cylinder, as long as you kind of follow those rules, if it's not attached to the floor, it's not lying on the floor, it can be flipping upside down and tilted and everything. And you'll see that with the chicken. We're going to do that next. You're just like, where's the chicken? Where's the bird? Cool. All right. So let's go ahead. I'd like to see you guys make your own vase. Yeah. Should we let's do that. So let's do that. So we'll go ahead. I want you guys to new page, draw out a horizon line. And let's make a nice vase. Maybe with some stickers on it or something. Something that shows the form, you know? Like you saw how I added the stickers on mine. Or it could be really anything. It could be it could be stripes on it. It could be a pattern on there. But just kind of try to follow that form. And I just want to see that oval getting wider towards the base, skinnier towards that horizon line. And this is just going to be without any reference, just making your own wacky little vase. And you could draw a little flower on there. It's just do a cartoony, crazy flower. Okay. And the flower, I want you guys to kind of follow the perspective of flowers. So you can do kind of like an oval of a flower, and then, you know, just some random other little petals in there. Petals, don't worry about. But the middle of the flower, kind of think about that perspective in there. Sounds good? Wacky vase, flowers. Perspective with the horizon line. Okay? It'll be quick. It's just a quick drawing, nothing too rendered. We'll do that for like maybe 20 minutes. Let's see. Are people saying, is my volume good? I don't know. Okay. Oh, Bruce fell. I hope he's okay. Yeah, you put in the comments. But we're rooting for him. Alrighty. Sounds good, guys? All right, have some fun. I'm gonna come around. If anyone needs some particular help, you can also add a cute little bumblebee, maybe, out of a circle. We all know how to make circles. All right, I'm gonna come around. Who needs some help first thing? Okay, anyone else? 2, 3? Okay. All right, I'm gonna come around to those 3, and then I'll just kind of snake through and then just kind of tug at me.
Did you say you sent me an email? You sent me an email?
Here, let me see. Did I call your name when I did roll?
No, I went to get my materials.
Okay. I think I want to go through our roll right now.
Victoria Albert.
Okay. Be sure that those ovals get skinnier as it gets closer to that horizon. That's the most important thing I want to see. Or you'll have to do it again. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. For the best. Let me see. Try to get it to work. It's not working. Give it a second. Oh, here, I'll have the example up for you guys. It's loading on my phone, so. Here we go.
Victoria Albert.
When did you
Register
register? Yeah.
last night, I took a picture of it.
Okay. So you haven't shown up yet. You're good to hang out.
Here. Last night it said pending. Did you see it?
Okay.
So, but I figured by today it would be okay,
Yeah, next week for sure. It should
because
be.
this is 62155, right?
Yeah.
That's the one that says pending.
So 62155, and then do 56 as well. right?
Yes, for the next.
Okay.
For the next,
Just give them a bit of time. They do it in person by hand.
Oh,
So they have to kind of accept everybody. So you'll be okay.
okay. So, this is where I'm at.
That's fine. We can, if you don't get it in the first try, do another one, and you could make it start lower, and then just make sure that this oval looks about the same. So make it nice.
The same?
It's about the same.
Oh, you mean
It's gonna get skinnier.
spread it out wider, so make it
Great.
more narrow. Thanks.
It doesn't matter how wide or how big it is, but it needs to get skinnier as it gets higher. So just like this plate, when it's at eye level, it's super skinny. And then when it gets higher, you see more and more of the plate, right?
Okay.
It's like becomes a bigger circle, a wider circle, so it
I thought
changes.
this was a pretty big circle.
It is a good circle, but this one could be a little bit skinnier.
Smaller?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you'll be good. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Yes, just what I want to see. Good. All right. So, good silhouette. I just work on the inside there. So these ovals, you're gonna be kind of hitting it from this point to this point. And then kind of notice how wide this one is here. So make that like a wider circle because it's lower. Make it kind of middle wide. And it's real skinny, and then once it gets to the horizon, it's flat. So it seems like all like the same kind of oval. So you could do another one right here if you wanted to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that roundish enough? Is that?
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't matter how rounded, as long as you see it getting skinnier towards the horizon, that's what really matters. Yeah. Cool. How are you guys doing? Good. That's awesome too. That's sick. Alright, how you doing? Looks good. Okay, so just watch that horizon, see that kind of skinny there, this one's still open. Right at that horizon should be totally flat, you shouldn't see anything at all.
I was never into it now.
Whoa, you,
Colored pencils a long time ago.
cool.
Never used them.
That's crazy, okay, that's a wacky one, I like that a lot. But, we're watching for perspective, so where the horizon line happens.
Desk drawer in the office.
Yeah, so start out light, and kind of hover. And it's flat here, the skinny, wider,
Last night.
wider, you can even do
But
it
now I
super
was
wide.
looking at that,
Like,
and I can think of this right now.
punches. And then you could add in all those levels.
It's irritating. It's like I'm trying to remember the green because I decided last night. Now I got to
That's where we get to the motion.
Yeah.
And then this up here. That's not it. So, and you'll be good. That's the only issue. So,
Oh,
and then this should be good.
oh yeah, I haven't wanted it.
Wider now, oval, wider oval.
Yeah, I think it's kind of good to do the pencil because it gives you an opportunity more of shading. But I
Well,
don't
water
know, I
bottle,
don't
you can kind of
think,
see it for yourself.
yeah, I don't think
Kind of wide at the bottom and then red towards your eye level, all the way around. Feel free to do
They have
another one.
like kind of
Yeah.
a-
Don't stop at one. Don't be like, oh, well, I can't do it once. Okay.
Like
Yeah, so it's doing the same thing where you don't have
Or that probably is a lot of.
just like the top part here and then this
Using
should
it fill in.
curving up. Try drawing all the way through.
Yeah, because I love it, so I'll be using my microphone.
Making it skinnier. This is okay, no, it's okay. The silhouette's okay, you can make the silhouette work, it's just about making sure that you know this is the big part here. Really calming. I like drawing with fluid. You know, you can get some of the skinny lines here.
I'm just like enjoying that bottom of my Jimmy Jamie right now. Just like the bottom of my Jimmy Jamie. I like Jimmy Jamie.
That's good. Now, if you wanted to, that way, when you draw each of these
Yeah,
ovals,
they're really
it'll
good.
be in the center. So you know it's a bit more symmetrical. Right now, it's a hand-blown glass. It's a little wiggly, but yeah, it's fine dining glass, you know? You can do another one. It's great, yeah. So real skinny there, real wide on the base. That's it. Good. All right. Okay. Okay.
Kind of.
Good stuff. Did you do your own yet? No?
But I don't know.
Oh, that's okay.
Some good paintings,
Okay.
because I've been there for a long time.
You can use any color. You just gotta pick the ballpoint pen.
Well,
So
this is,
you do
I
do
bet it's
your
a
own
good
thing.
idea. Yeah. I love abstract illustrations. Illustrations are good.
And then it kind of goes up a bit over here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good.
This is kind of look like the bottom of my Jimmy Jamie.
Yeah, and then it gets skinnier towards the top. And yeah, just kind of maybe add emphasis when you're gonna be going through it again, I'm sure. Where you're gonna get that thicker line, you know which side is up. That should be good.
Is the bottom kind of looks awkward to be right in here?
Looks good. I don't see a problem. Okay. Okay. Get some flour.
This is good. Dry.
Shoot, your liquid's better than mine.
Yes.
But you're like, I know. It always comes out weird when I'm teaching. But good. All right. Good. Nice. You even got the back side. Oh, then this is yours. Okay. Just. Yeah, guys. Let's do one more base.
Small.
Yeah, just one more. So this it's above this top one would be the thicker one that should be in front of us.
This didn't turn out too much like the original, but it sure helped.
Yeah, because the other one is gonna be going away. Because it swaps on the top and the bottom, right?
How did it turn out? Was it good or not?
It's pretty.
All right, guys, I'm gonna show you guys something real quick. All right. So here, I'm gonna do this real quick. All right, so real basic. You don't need too many circles. First of all, 3 is probably good. 2 or 3. That base, real wide. We know it. Now, if you wanted it to stay symmetrical, get a line going down right down the middle. Okay, that way you always can kind of hover around where you want this thing to go. So I'll start at the top and the bottom. There we go. All right, and I'm gonna know that this oval gets skinnier and skinnier as it gets down. It's gonna get, it's that proportion is gonna extend. So this shape here, if it was down here, might look something like, it might be the same width, but now it's going to be like this. That makes sense? Yeah, so it's about that proportion. The proportion of how wide it is versus how tall it is when we draw it. So if I was to draw the same size, if this was just a straight pipe here, this one here would be something like this. Yeah, and we'll be drawing through a lot of the objects we're going to be drawing in class. So this kind of goes through everything. And then once it gets to here, let's say I'm going to make it wider here. And I can even measure it if I wanted to, but I don't know. I think we're just having some fun here. But if you really want it to be super symmetrical, you could stick your thumb on your pencil, say that's how much space I have. I've done this large scale in my class. Long story. I'll spare you the bore. But it was a crazy shift at work. I gotta say, it comes in handy measuring. And maybe I could add this little shape to it. So now I know this proportion here. So I'm gonna make sure that the proportion here is gonna be skinnier, but this time it's gonna be smaller. So it's gonna look skinnier. Even so, if this was scaled up at the same size, it would still feel skinnier. You know, that's a skinnier shape there. Wider, skinnier, skinnier. So I think I'm making a palm bottle. I think that's what's happening here. I love pomegranate juice. Yeah, it looks like a pomegranate juice bottle. I don't know. I just kind of see things.
Like a snowman.
Oh, it could be a snowman. Totally. You can make it a snowman. And then when it's down below, we make sure that that oval is going to be underneath. That's what we're going to see. You see that?
So if you were to scale, like so an inch below the horizon, the oval would be the same depth as the circle an inch above.
Yeah. Yeah, so this thickness should be the same. I mean, this proportion should be the same as this proportion at that same distance here. Yes. Great, amazing question. So same proportion at the same distance. It's about equal. That's what that line means. I got math in my head. But and then once it goes above this horizon line, that's where that upper line becomes what you see. That's what I see a lot of people having issues with. So we don't want to have this lower line because now we're above the horizon. So we can't see down into the cup. We see up at the lid of the cup. It's not like we look at skyscrapers and we're like, look at the top of that building. It's got gravel. No, we can't see the top of the building. This is us looking up. There's a guy going, wow, that's a big cup. Look at that. Jeez. You know, and he can't see up into that cup. This is the eye level also. Horizon line is the eye level. Now, if we had the cup down here, you know, he would be able to see into the cup. Oh, it's so good, huh? Look at that. He's just, he can see what's in there. Who knows what's in there?
That looks like somebody from The Walking Dead. And second one,
Okay, we don't need it. We don't need a roast. I'm kidding. It's really bad drawing, but it gets the idea across.
It's actually pretty good.
It's at that eye level, and you can see into the cup. That's how it works, but you can't see up into the cup. So let's do one more, real quick. We'll just spend like 5 minutes, just 3 little ovals, and then connect them. Make sure you draw the ovals first, though. All right. Oh, 5, I guess. 2 on the bottom, 2 at the top. Make it into a fun shape. Yeah, and forget about the flower, unless you really want to. And you have extra time. I have a timer on. Should we do 5 minutes? Go for it. All right. Anyone that I haven't helped out yet? You want me to run over to? Okay. All right. You said 3 hours? What? Sorry, I heard that. So like a quick little 5-minute thing.
Reasoning, as it goes up, in this case, as you can see into the bottom of here. So this object you cannot see. So in this one.
All right. Let's see. We do a new one. I think I have to just. Oh, here we go. Cool. Got 5 minutes. Nice. Working from reference. Okay. Make sure that that proportion of the ovals gets skinnier towards, and at this line, right in the horizon line, it's gonna be just a straight line. That's how skinny it is. It's so skinny that it becomes a line at the horizon line. Yeah. You guys see it from here? It's far for you guys. See if we could look a second TV in here. Just put one up over here. Yeah. Yeah.
It's a spray bottle?
Same rules. Just the same width of those ovals.
Yeah, I know. See, this, but
The ovals will still get skinnier as it gets closer to your horizon line. So you see this oval here versus this oval down here, you'll see that this
So
one's
like
being
this.
rounder.
and small.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
And then,
That's cool. I'm gonna show you guys up like this. I mean, can you guys see it better, like with a paper?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I think next week I have some really massive drawing paper. I'll draw with that stuff. Chicken running painting though. We'll be drawing next week. So there. So you can kind of see how you doing. I'm just here to help you out. You don't need to erase. It's supposed to be messy. You can do it over and over again. Yeah, and just if you don't like it, flip the page, do a new one. These are very fast drawings. Yeah. So you got that. That's a good little guy. Okay. Let me see you try, and I can help you with what I see. Okay. All right. Oh, sorry. Yeah, so that line will help you out. Make sure that you're drawing all the way through. That's gonna help you out a lot. And then, it's just to have, just if your computer boarding up a certain line, it gets skinnier and
Yes.
skinnier.
You never know, sometimes so cold.
Flat, that's the right line.
Yeah. I come here on Tuesdays to the writing.
hey, I'm just, I haven't looked at it.
Yeah. Most of it's cold. same time, I thought 1 to 3, but writing, you can creative writing. It's a senior. Yep. I wonder what else they have. Used to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dirt. Years ago.
Yeah, it's fun. But I used to hate that.
We should have brought the sketch pad.
Because they're cool.
But that's not, yeah, no, this is expensive one, yeah, this is what. We'll take, just break. Just lets us take a break whenever.
But I like that.
Probably now, I think I've got one in my car. It's gonna be now, 2:30. Yeah, I've got one, yeah, I've got one in my car. This is kind of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of like
I'd be able to take a look at it. It's really. It's not difficult. Because. Oh, yeah. I'm doing a series. Yeah. I like this one at the nature center. This is so I like that because I was thinking of idea how to make it. That is interesting. So round it, to make it round. And then I do 3 on the whole. And then a little. Second one is round.
I'm gonna stop the timer real quick. Oh, I see. Okay. Alrighty.
Any critique on that?
Yeah. I'm gonna put these out here. You know, I would just say get used to drawing all the way through the form and point out your horizon line. I want to see more under drawings, scratchy. It's very clean. It's good for a final drawing, but we're not ready for a final drawing yet. we're trying to understand the form. It's more about understanding over making a nice picture.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's good, a good critique.
Yes, yes. So, pay attention to those.
So that's my third bottle.
Okay, good. And then you're able to. I could probably just take a few, and I'd be happy to kind of give a quick little rundown of maybe what I'm seeing, and it might help you guys too. So if it's okay with you, could I show yours? Just kind of.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Cool. Thank you. And I won't see your name in that room. Yeah.
Don't say it's Nancy's.
Right. I'm just gonna.
That's gonna be comforting.
You said you needed help with yours.
What's your name?
Yeah.
These are no good. These are making a list. Well, I have some, I don't know what time I should have.
Did anyone want me to help out with theirs? I can kind of share it with the class. I will. I feel like people are getting. I'm seeing a lot of progress, guys. Honestly. Yeah. Now, one thing you might be tempted to do is make a nice picture, which for this sketchbook, you want to build up a nice picture. This is all about building blocks. This is about playing around with those forms. That's going to be my experiment. Now, how I run this class, this is also your class too. So if you really like that graphic shapes and those kind of flat shapes and everything, you can play around with that on your day to yourself. So every other class, I kind of leave it up to you guys. It's just kind of free for all, free form. You can continue working on the stuff that I'm showing you. Look at the references I'm showing to you guys. Bring in your own vases or chicken pictures. But yeah, this is yeah. So when we look at this, it's a lovely little picture. I love the little flower. It's a great final drawing. And you know, if you understand form and you have it going through your head, that can be enough. There's some masters artists who have done so many of these form drawing pictures that we're doing that is etched in their brains, and they can do it into their drawings. And maybe you're there, but it's good to kind of show you know, that those under scratchy drawings, and then you can always go back in kind of showing the thicker lines there. So this is a pretty picture. I get that tattooed, but did you? Oh, that's so funny.
That's my art.
Is it?
Yeah. Is that
Well, it
tattoo?
works well.
This is my art.
I actually,
No,
fun
they're-
fact,
they're real. They're
I used to do tattoos.
Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, I used to do tattoos. It was maybe a 6-month period in my life.
real.
I did some
You did this?
tattoos under the table.
This is my-
Yeah, parking lots and stuff like
You'll show
that.
it.
How does that work out? Like it's in hand?
Uh, No, I just word of mouth. When I worked in Disneyland, they started allowing people to have tattoos, and everybody wanted some. Alrighty, should we take a quick break?
Sure.
Yeah,
Do you have a
let's.
lot of tattoos?
None.
Really?
That's why I stopped, because I was like, it's not my life. I'm not really into tattoos. I like the art of it, and I have great respect for it, but personally, it's not my cup of tea. Yeah.
It hurts.
Oh.
Yeah, no, I got one little dot on my leg. I just was, I'm like, I don't like it.
But you can do it.
I can. I have everything I need for it. But I respect the art. I experimented with it, and it's a good moneymaker. But if anybody wants to get into tattooing, I can give you a little. It's an art form. But all right, let's go take a break. Let's be back. Should we say 10 minutes? 15 minutes?
Yeah.
15?
12?
All right, we'll do 15. So let's go until 2:50. 2:50. If you guys are bored, I don't know. We'll start early or something. I don't know. All right. I get a timer going. Yeah.
So what am I doing wrong?
All right. So it's kind of hard to see which part of the top of the lid is at.
So does it need to be more like this?
So here, let me show you. I think have a kind of Russian drawing. Let me show you. Or let me use color just so you can kind of decipher. Thank you.
I gotta go.
Okay. Oh, don't forget to sign it. Right there. So if we were to just draw the ovals, which is a good way to get started.
Yes,
Good on the line here.
yes.
Good shapes. This is a great drawing. I like your flowers too. So there's good things going on here. All right. And so let's say we started down here.
So that's your biggest circle?
That's my biggest circle. And this big circle is going to be the same as this circle. It's
The
just gonna be
same.
shrunk. Same proportion. So
That looks like a smaller circle to me.
it is a smaller circle. Maybe it's a little skinnier, but it's roundabout. And then as it gets lower, it's gonna get skinnier. It's about proportion.
It's like more elliptical than round. Is that what you're saying?
So proportion is like one person versus two people. If they were to get in a fight, he might have a chance. But one person versus a bunch of people, he's not going to have a chance. So what I'm saying here is, here's your one person, and then here's your other people. So this is a lot smaller than this. So it's about the relationship between that width to how tall it is. And by the time it gets to that
So like
horizon
this
line,
one is taller.
it's about what the shape is. No matter how big or small it is, it's about the
Okay.
shape. Is it?
So isn't this more elliptical
That's right. And as it gets closer
to the horizon, then it flattens out, you said.
exactly, and it does it again on the opposite side.
So now it starts to get bigger below the horizon line, but shouldn't this be even bigger then?
More round. It's about how round it is.
But
So
this one,
Yeah. So this is very round versus this.
okay,
Maybe this could be a little skinnier. You can change it up. And you can connect all the lines.
I was shy, like, my name.
See that?
I showed them my.
And then on the bottom side,
This one,
make sure that this is the part that you see and this is the part that's farther away. On the top part, it can be the same size. This is the part that you see.
so when you say the top part above the horizon line, and then the bottom part, are you talking the very bottom, or are you talking the middle?
I'm just talking about above
And
the
you-
horizon and below. So below the horizon, the lower part is closer to you, and this is further away, if it's lying on the
So,
horizon.
so then this would be the darker part,
Mhm.
and then this would be the darker part.
Yes, above would be the darker part.
Because that's above the, and then this one would be this one, and then the next one would be that one, and then it would be this one.
Mhm. There you go. And then you can start drawing and stuff on there. So let's say you have a little piece of paper on there, like a little tape on there. It might look like that.
Like a label.
Like a label or a shape or maybe an oval or something. You can kind of play around with that form and put stuff on there. Stuff like that.
Well, I've never had drawing classes except for this morning and now this afternoon, so,
Yeah.
be patient.
Of course. Of course. You're learning a lot.
I confused the next session.
Oh, yeah. No problem. The canvas, well, I don't know. The canvas.
painting class, here. I was.
Let's see.
No, that's my mom's.
You cannot. Separately, you can send me the difference right now, or
Okay, you need to see the syllabus?
syllabus I had I got the paper last.
Okay, good. But yeah, so I'm gonna take this over today.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna send this over today, so hopefully by tomorrow, you should be good.
Can I take a picture of the syllabus so I know what you're doing every, do you have a syllabus?
It's by a link.
Can I give you my email so you can send it to me?
Yeah, I'll do that.
And then I can print it at home
Okay.
because I like to see the syllabus.
Yes. I don't know if I have it in my car or at home. I do have some extras, but I'll get you the link. The link, sometimes I change things up. You know, sometimes things happen, days are off, I forget to put things in the calendar. The online one will always be updated.
Okay. Email address is VL.
Hold on. Let me mute. And it's just a silly coffee cup. I thought it'd be fun to have people use silly coffee cups instead of, you know, these.
Yeah.
Show a bit of more personality. I don't know. It's not necessary, but no, those are great. Yeah,
It's okay.
yeah, yeah. With gouache, that's okay. Yeah.
And then how I use this.
Uh-huh.
It's
Yeah.
okay too?
That's great. Yep.
And then when I trash this, I have to put it in here.
No. Whatever.
Where do you wash your brush after you paint?
This is water-based, so it's not like oils. So it's very easy to clean your brushes. You don't need to
Oil
scrub it
painting,
for an
after
hour.
oil painting, about 1 hour, 2 hours, I have to brush.
Oh, I just let my brushes die.
Buy new ones, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
But yeah, you'll be good. These brushes will last you for a good while.
okay.
You'll be good. All right. Very exciting.
I saw on the billboards,
There's, it's right in the library, right over there. There's
Oh.
only like about maybe a dozen paintings or something. Maybe some of the guys here would be interested.
Because I remember they had like they had some sort of like competition sort of thing, and but it only lasted 2 hours. They hung it up and then they took it down like the day of.
Oh, well,
So
this they switch out quarterly. You
Oh.
can see, you can have it exhibited, what is it, April to June. This is what semester, when you would want them displayed.
that's cool.
You should, the library's right over there. You should take a look at some of it.
Yeah, I will. I'll advertise that. There's a few other things I'm going to be submitting too, so maybe I'll advertise those.
Now, I was used to go over to Wayne Park.
Oh yeah.
And they have a glass case and that they would put our.
Somebody just said somebody's sick, and they said that they got a cold from this freezing room.
You mentioned
Oh.
Bruce Felt, did you get any information?
I don't know. He just posted it to everybody. I wouldn't share it otherwise. But,
It was cold in here last week,
oh yeah,
but because it was so warm outside.
yeah. Right. Alrighty.
Well, you have to. Provide your.
Chicken. Yes. That's the next thing.
Right, for the field trip information.
Good. I haven't printed them out for everybody. Do it next week. We'll do it next week. Yeah.
Sorry, I had to drive from San Diego here, so.
Oh my gosh, you're exhausted.
Yes, I
I'm
got-
sure.
They were doing road work
Yeah.
and just had to sit there and I'm going, okay.
Yeah. Well, I hope this was relaxing for you. All right. Cool.
Is there any way to maybe they could turn the air down, or it's just really cold in here? And it's not
There's
like that in the
there's
other.
been a lot of complaints, so it feels almost warmer today.
It's warm, I'm pretty sure it's out of the room, and, the rest of the building, but
Yeah.
it's.
Yeah. Alrighty. Good stuff.
Is that a thermostat they have? Right under the clock?
I'll see what I can do. Alrighty, everybody. Let's get to clucking. Let's get to drawing. We're gonna finally get to the bird. We are ready. We have. So I'm gonna kind of show you guys a little something how to draw a bird. We're drawing a close relative to the Tyrannosaurus Rex. Very close relative, the chicken. Yes, dinosaurs still exist. They're birds, and they fly now. Isn't that crazy? They used to be giant, but now they're just really cool. They can fly. All right. Obviously.
They've got a really bad temperament,
Birds?
Chickens.
Oh.
Used to work on an egg farm, like when I was a teenager, like, And, oh man,
Oh dang, you must have had some bad chickens. My sister raised 2 chickens and they were sweet. Like you could catch them and pick them up and stuff.
oh,
Yeah.
I
So
actually
maybe,
did
maybe
catch
there's
that.
some children traumatizing the chickens or something.
I think it's the
Yeah, 'cause I think
roosters.
they're pretty affectionate.
Yeah.
Oh, I know that roosters can get,
Roosters,
Territorial.
really.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well, there's a whole business between cockfighting and stuff. So
even if you take their eggs, they're still sweet.
yeah, no problem. They were cute. They just roamed around the backyard, plucked at the ground, looked for bugs, pooed all over the place.
Yeah.
All right, good stuff. Yeah. Okay. So, when I'm drawing from animals, it's good to know their form. What is their skeleton? Literally, that this is all about building up form in this class. This is all about working from the skeleton on out. So that's why I had some chickens next to a dinosaur. You can actually see the similarities. I'll throw this onto screen here. All right. I'm just gonna kind of do this here.
It looks like they have such a small area for the brain now. It's
What-
all jaw on they have.
The birds?
No, the dinosaur.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, birds do have small brains, but the way that their brains are wired is very advanced. Like I watched a whole thing on ravens. And they're genius. You need to watch. I don't know what it's called, but it was on Nature, and they're literally doing things that monkeys are doing. Where they're getting a stick and they're like putting in rocks in the water to raise the water and to get a worm. It's all sorts of crazy stuff. Really smart.
they can figure it out super fast too.
Yeah. So, but they have tiny little brains, but they're just very efficient with how they're birds here. Kind of proportion-wise, the T-Rex and the bird. Of course, birds now have much bigger brains. Dinosaurs, they just relied on their sheer strength and jaws. Yeah.
So they're more like bullies.
Yeah. I watched the thing on T-Rexes. It was cool. Apparently, T-Rex is like the guy. Like he had such strong jaws that like he would snap things in half. Like the strongest jaws in the world ever. It's cool.
Yeah,
But,
he stood still, he didn't know you were there.
Yeah.
I watched Jurassic Park.
Well, that's not necessarily true. I learned.
Is it not true?
No.
In Jurassic Park, they said he stood still.
So when we're drawing skeletons and things of things that are underneath, it's a game of simplifying. And this is very similar to the vase that we just did, believe it or not. So I'm going to kind of draw along here. I'll show you guys. Okay, I think that's the furthest I can zoom in. I wish I could zoom in more, but okay. So when you're trying to draw things and you use your sketchbook to kind of learn how to draw things, it's good to take things apart and simplify things, find their forms. But everything kind of comes down to skeletons, Norman Rockwell, it's been said that he can, he finds a skull, like he's painting people, but he can see the skull in them. And it's so true. It's so true. All right. So I want us to go ahead, draw this chicken. Now you're thinking, oh, Bryce, there's so much going on in here. Well, there is a lot going on in here, but you can break things down into major forms. You can kind of connect the dots here. And I'll kind of show you how I'll do that here. Where's my blue line? Dang, I'm going through this pencil. How you guys enjoying the Prismacolor, those who have it? It's so satisfying, right? I love taking these out, like museums and stuff. They don't stop you. They should, because it's pretty permanent. But whatever. So, first thing I do when I'm drawing a big animal like this is I kind of say I want it to go from here and I want it to go to here.
That's the top of the tail.
So now I know what's the top and what's the bottom. And then I also can know kind of what's the silhouette of my chicken here. And I can simplify this whole chicken into like one shape, but what a lot of artists will do is they'll kind of make these. I can't think when that happens. Okay.
So the question is, the bottom line, is that the bottom of the foot or the bottom of the body?
This is the bottom of the foot right here. Yeah. So first thing I do is I kind of like to make, if I was to put this chicken into a box, what shape would that box be?
Rectangle.
Well, it could be a rectangle, but I'm gonna get a little more defined here. So I'm gonna try to find some angles here. So maybe I'll have an angle here. What I'm looking at is this feather here to that head there. See that kind of line there? Here, I'll do this. Or this. I'm gonna draw right on top of it so you can see what I'm doing.
Can you send me the link, picture?
Huh?
Can you send me the link?
It's all on Pinterest.
Yeah, but I cannot find.
Yeah, it's not on
It's not?
Yeah, it's there, it's not there.
It's the,
It's not on your list.
it's the very middle set of links on the email you just sent.
Oh, it's not? What? Wait. I thought I added it. I'm sorry.
This picture.
Oh, wait, I don't.
Okay, I just added it. So
Just that.
it's right here. Yeah. It again. If you might be having problems because sometimes it'll say here. You might be probably not.
Yeah, I also.
There's this one right here. Oh my God, I'm looking for. Yeah, but the one, that chicken's not here.
Birds that were like on the
Kentucky Fried Chicken.
I see Kentucky Fried Chicken. And the red jungle fowl.
No, it's not showing up.
No,
That's
it's
really
not.
weird. Okay.
Let's
Are we
do the
changing our
Kentucky
bird?
Fried Chicken.
That is so strange. It's so weird. I don't know why. Okay, well, we'll do this bird instead.
All right.
That
one's
one-
in Pinterest.
Heron.
This is.
You promised us a heron.
Did I promise? I don't know. I said that would be fun.
Bird is this one.
All right. Do you guys want to do a heron?
Sure.
We're doing this. We're
just
doing this.
send-
This is just you can do a heron for your day off. Next week we'll do. You can do the heron. Okay. Bye.
Is there a class next week?
Huh?
Is there a class next week?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
Is it,
but you said, never mind.
oh, this week there was no class on Monday. Okay, now I need to double check.
That's right.
I know we have Lincoln's Avenue President's Day.
So February 13th is our next day off.
Yeah, but they're all Mondays.
Okay, so yeah, we don't really have to worry about that. Oh, Monday class, they'll have a problem. Okay,
Yeah.
All right, let's get into this bird.
Okay.
Just because it's here, it's working. Let's do it. So this is true with painting as well. Start with warm colors, finish it off cooler colors usually. There's exceptions, but so I have my head here and I can kind of say this is going to be where the head is going to be at. I don't want to go any more further. So I can kind of add a kind of finishing box. And I'm going to try to find that kind of angle of the overall bird here and kind of finish it off there. So that's kind of the angle. I'm looking at the angle. And I'm going to kind of connect up these lines here. So there's like a line up here. It's going very straight. And then there's a head here. The body's pretty straight. Try to see how that angle is. So I kind of see how I kind of take a second there to kind of see that line, how that might fit in.
What is that line that you have? Like the diagonal?
So
above it?
see, when you try to find angles, see, right now we're playing with angles here. We're really paying attention to angles. So that way we don't need to worry about curves. We'll add in curves later. But basically, this is kind of the shape if I was to fit this into a box. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, no, it's so, at the very top, right, you have it like a small line, you know, and then you have a slanted diagonal
Mm-hmm.
for the body of the bird. What's the slanted diagonal?
This here?
No,
The other
that one, yeah.
Or this? Oh, that was from the last bird.
Oh, okay, got it.
That was the chicken we didn't put on.
Gotcha.
Sorry. All right. You'll enjoy your day off. Next week, bring your own references. You can print them out. You can draw. You can have a bird. I don't know if you can bring a bird, but if you, yeah, you could use stuffed animals probably. Yeah. All right. So I'm just gonna kind of draw this angle down, and it's okay if it's too long. That's fine. And then there's the leg right here. So I'm kind of imagining placement here. There we go. There we go. So I'm kind of ignoring these open areas here. I mean, you can definitely kind of start cutting into it. Just imagine this being like cutting away shapes here. And I'm just going to kind of carve into this thing here. So I'm kind of thinking negatively. I'm kind of carving into it, cutting that out there. And I'm just kind of cutting into it. I don't know how to describe it. Does that make sense to you guys?
Yeah, kind of like you're sculpting.
Yeah, exactly.
So you're sculpting with a negative space.
Exactly. So this is what you call a negative space. This is negative space. This is what is not the bird. That's what we're kind of focusing on here first. What is not the bird? And you can kind of blur your eyes, squint your vision. Sometimes the less eyesight you have, the better. And then there's the beak over here, so I'll kind of carve into that. Sometimes I need to carve back out so I can add a bit more. And I'm still working with that light line. Okay. Okie dokie. So, huh? Yeah. Did I say not to? Sorry. Now I'm gonna kind of find that kind of middle point in here. So what I always like to do here, this is much more complicated. Okay. So I'm gonna start with a skull here, nice circle shape. And then we're gonna focus on the rib. The spine. Yes. So this spine goes down from the rib, and the spine, we're not going to be worried about how many vertebrae. Thank you. You guys know that word well. Back problems, anyone? And I'm just going to kind of snake this down. And this is going to be kind of the line of action. This is what you call a line of action. So going out over that kind of rib cage there and going down to that little tail feather there. There we go. All right. That's it. You got the biggest part done. Now, this bird rib cage, instead of drawing all these little extra rib cage things, you gonna tell me? Yeah, ribs. These are just ribs. See, they have that same kind of cylindrical thing that we've been doing. You start seeing some similarities here. Hopefully some light bulbs are going off. So I'll be drawing here, and there's the rib cage there. I'll make it real big, and I can even kind of add a line here so I know how big it is. It's gonna be a big part of the bird. They got some crazy lungs because they fly for a long time, so they gotta breathe in a lot of air. So there's that rib cage in there, and that's kind of it. I mean, of course, there's the lines for the arms, which kind of go from here to here. Which we just worried about lines and angles. Going down here, you can kind of use some of the shapes that we have here and have it kind of pointing down here. So it's kind of like a Z here. So it kind of folds in on itself. If I'm looking at that correctly, I think I am. Cool. Fold even more? No. And then down here, this is going to be the hips here. Even these little birds have hips. And it kind of looks like a triangle here. So maybe be similar to that beak that we drew earlier. Usually when you're drawing characters and stuff, even people, you got their rib cage. And then you have their hips, which are usually more square. On the side, they're a little more rectangular. You know. See that. So usually hips are more cubish. We'll get to cubes another day. I think we've done enough. You could just, yeah. And that's it. And then basically you'll be building on from this. And there's his eyes. You can kind of draw that line there. And then we can find a good image of a bird that's kind of similar, and I'll add that to the list here. Okay, here we go. I'm trying to find one similar so that it won't be too far off. Hey, this one's not terribly far off. It's just got a bigger beak. Yeah, sure. Actually, perfect. AI, come on. Not perfect. My bird. There. We don't need. No, come up. Ugh. I wanted AI. There we go. There's birds outside. You don't need AI to find a bird. It's, just go outside. Sad people. Okay. Here we go. Birds. But I'm kind of, it's always good to start and understand what's underneath before you get to the whole outside. I do that. I do the same thing with animals, with people. Heck, you could even do it with buildings.
So you sketch a skeleton and then.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. So you sketch the form of it all, and then you build up on top of it. So let's do this boy.
So you're changing birds now?
I'm changing birds. This is our final bird. This is our final bird. This is our last bird of the day. Sounds good?
What do I do with this bird?
Move on. Oh, you could. Well, because we don't have the other side. We don't have the. This is for context. We now we know. We can kind of mentally piece it together. That's what I'm trying to say here. So we have this head here. We know that's the head. We have its spine here, and we know where it connects, which is like right here. Spirals up. There's the rib cage. It's got a big old cage right here. And then where the hips? Probably like in here. And then there's the little spine that kind of goes out that way. There's the spine. So the spine kind of goes out that way, and maybe the hips are even further out. And then those legs kind of jut out like this. So I'm gonna kind of draw this same kind of skeleton into this little guy. All right, sounds good. Let's just draw this boy, okay? See, it's a learning experience, guys. Okay. All right, here we go. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and start off here. There's its head. All right, I'm gonna get that little outside shape there. And we're doing this together. Yes. Kind of drawing in that outside shape there. Where is he gonna live in? Make some adjustments as you go. Find that shape of that head there. Very circular. You can kind of chop it down, make it into a shape that's maybe a little closer to the picture. But have that shape there, line. And anytime that you see it where you can make that into a form, like that beak, do it. See, so I find that beak, I can kind of add those lines in there. Make that into it's got a little curve to it. And I'm just using that light color, I'm using orange. Orange is a great undercolor. I'm going to use this orange for painting as well. Here we go. Now we're cooking. So, and I'm also kind of looking at those cylinders too. You might start seeing the cylinders kind of popping up there. Big shapes here. This body, about that big. Kind of goes up and over. And find that kind of middle part in that back there. So there's that kind of spine there, kind of goes out and over, that middle part of the spine. Now we found the middle part, the head.
Just kind of like gestures, but with birds.
Yeah, exactly. It all connects. It all connects. At least this way of drawing. All right, cool. You could do a whole page of birds, different poses. You could have their wings outright. You know, look at skeletons of their wings outright. You know, find something that you find fascinating about these guys. Maybe for next class. If you have your own projects, feel free to bring those in too. I'm just here to help. And if you come with questions, that's good. I can answer those first thing, or any sort of things you want me to go over. So I'm kind of looking at some of these forms in here and kind of keeping an eye on that main circle form. Just like we drew that soda label, Cola bottle. Remember we did that? We had that label on the Coca-Cola bottle. There's the horizon there. If we had that soda label, it would be following that curve. So I'm kind of doing the same thing with some of these curves. So this curve here, that's curving on top of that main egg form. That's going to be its wing. See that? It's going to be kind of following that main egg form. There we go. And I'm just simplifying. I'm not doing all the wings. If you're doing all the wings, stop. Who else? Who's guilty? Hold off on the wings. We're just focusing on the form. We're not worried about the detail. What's the wing form? This shape here. There might be another form on top of there. I can cut through all the layers of feathers in there. So I don't need to worry about all those little feather details and stuff. These are the blocks where all the details would be glued on. Imagine getting a little porcelain bird where it's white. There's no details on it yet, but you want to paint all the details on it. But right now we're working on that porcelain bird. We just want to build up the form, the shapes. And that way we can get all those details on there, that curve and 3-dimension. So here's one of those wings there. I'm going to work on the other wing here. I have that middle line to help me through. I got that middle line here. Can you see that? Should I draw on top of this? Is that helpful? Let's do it. Get that chicken out of here. Guess I got all that chicken reference for nothing. You're welcome to use it next week. Okay. So if I got, there's that middle, ooh. There's that middle line. That overall shape in here. There's that skull in there. And then, you can start seeing some of these shapes in here, you know. We got, it's just like a funky bottle. See, you can see the neck there with that cylinder, right? We can see this wing in here kind of hugging that form. Imagine that, hugging the form there. I'm doing dashes here because it's going underneath. I'm looking through things. We're being little superheroes today. See that? And this can kind of go over this way. Make this similar distance. It's a good picture. See how we can just kind of break it down in these simple shapes here? Get rid of all that detail for now. Yeah, well, if it's not simple, then something to work towards. If it feels complicated, then see what kind of corners you can cut. See that? Is it making sense? And then this is the leg. It's right on through everything. Vision. Drawing that picture beforehand may have seen, oh, those hips are probably going to be right here. I feel like I can see a little bump. Fuzziness to it. This is all recorded. All right. So I'm going to get going on here. Lower it a bit. Okay, so there's the stick. I am gonna add in the stick. We all know how to make cylindrical forms. Sticks are just like that. So maybe I'll add some cylinders to this stick. This one's real skinny here.
Is that probably a baby bird just because he floats around it?
No, this is probably fully grown. Yeah, the baby birds, they look scary. They look gross. They're all like little. Yeah, they got no hair. They'll look a lot more. They really do. So, but this is with the extra fluff. So the fluff kind of comes out from these little skeletons, and they create these other kind of blobby, kind of poofy organic forms. But so finding just those angles here. And then once I have the stick in there, then I can kind of get in those legs. I need to know where the ground is. And so I know that a leg's going to be here and a leg's going to be maybe over here. Little dashes there for now. Can you see that okay? And you can kind of see the angle that they're at. You can look at that other drawing that you did for reference. Oh, or not. But you can. So it kind of. So there's the legs here, kind of tucked over and in. So there goes over and then over. And then it's kind of going like. Cool. And once I have that going, then I can start drawing things in. Can finally start kind of finalizing things here. I can add some of those forms and kind of hone them in. There's extra black shapes here. And it goes out over like that. And we could just work with those forms that we drew in. How's that feeling for you guys? How are you guys feeling about drawing next week? Yeah?
Yeah.
That's yeah. Anybody want like one more demo next week? Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. Okay. I'll do another bird. I'll do the heron. I'll do the heron. So yes, I'm gonna write a letter to myself. Do the heron. But if there's one part, the bird that you're having, that be the head, the wings, the legs, something that you're not so great at, that's okay. Focus on that. Not too much, but find the thing that you have a hard time with, like maybe wings. There's references out there with just wings. It's just about kind of going down that little bit of a wormhole, taking things apart, and being curious, very curious. This is a yeah. And so I kind of split up the wings. See, it's just working. Biggest thing, smaller, smaller, and smaller. Not biggest thing, tiny, tiny, tiny. All right, take those steps incrementally. Don't go straight into the. There we go. Maybe I can kind of add some extra little flair in there. Maybe he's got a bit more of a hairdo here, a bit more straight lines. So now I'm messing around with that circle form. I can kind of find some different shapes here. Now, some ways you can shade here. What I always like to do, I like to just do straight lines, whether that be following the form, you know, or you don't have to follow the form. Here. I should show you guys this. Just for shading wise. Can also keep things in one direction. Every class, it's so embarrassing. Okay, it's not even anyone important. It's just like spam. Okay, so
What are these circles for?
this is just kind of some shading things here. Something to kind of pay attention to if you want to add some shading into your picture. You know, keeping those straight lines there. This is just hatching I like to do. It's very fast. There's also stippling, which takes forever. I would not suggest it for sketching quickly. But you know, if you have a light source, very similar to the way we were drawing circles earlier, you know, where we had those ovals and stuff, there's going to be a dark side and a light side. If you just focused on that, that can be very helpful. But if you just had that one side being dark, here we go. Then you know that the light's over here. And that's also a good way to give your picture form and depth. So this happens in nature. I know you're thinking like, oh, when does this happen in nature? This happens all the time. It's just with light, usually. This will all be going, this pops up all the time. And you know, you might not get it the first time, might not get it the second time, but we'll keep on drawing. and we'll get it eventually.
Go back to the bird.
Yes, I'll draw the bird some more. Yes, we'll have the bird out. Who let the bird out?
Someone had finished the bird.
Yes. I'm just gonna get drawn here, but have some fun, guys. And if you want to have some fun with this picture, totally feel free to. I mean, you can make it all cartoony and stuff if you want to. Just I would say just. Oh, geez, I feel like the head needs to be bigger. Maybe I'll make that head bigger. There, that's better. All right.
Can we ever learn how to, can we ever learn how to draw like the ocean waves, like when it's like the seas in a storm or something? I try to do them on my own, I can't get them quite right. I'm almost there or not.
It's actually relevant to what we were doing today. Waves are cylinders.
Oh.
Let me show you. I'll just draw one real quick. But let's just say we were on the shore, there's the horizon, and this is where you want the waves to crash. So, so the waves, they get bigger over here, and then they crash and get smaller over here, right? Okay, so if I drew a line like that, now all I gotta do is find a part where, okay, so it's kind of swells up over here, and then it kind of crashes over here. And this is where it kind of goes over and then crashes right there. And then it kind of, that path there, kind of follows that form. I can add all the craziness. Can you see that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So that's kind of, it's also a cylindrical form. Yeah. Now when I'm doing these feathers here, it's good to just kind of start with the feathers that are a bit closer to you. See, I'm just doing these groups here. I'm not even drawing all these thousands of feathers here. But when they're overlapping, and this one's gonna be on top of all of them. I'm not gonna forget that form, so try to have it go on top of the form there. There we go. go. I mean, I'm just adding on all these kind of like forms in here. Just extra little balls. This is all in shadow here, so I had some of this cross hatching that I do here. Just focus on this one cross hatching. It comes in handy. Just, it's not even cross hatching, but hatching, straight line hatching. And just find that line. That's all shadow. So I'll just draw that line. Now, something to kind of focus on are parts where shadows kind of happen in your object, in your animal in this case. So this wing here kind of folds into this tuft of soft fur or feathers, probably keeping him warm. And so because it goes in, it's going to create a bit of a shadow in here, and that's what you call contact shadow. And I can add extra little hash marks in there to get it real dark, because that's where it's going to fold in. The same thing happens like not near your eyes, you know, maybe not so much light can get into your eyes, or in the depth of your ear, you know, that goes way back into your skull, or maybe if your hands are closed, you know, like this is really dark. That's because light can't get in. Same thing is going on here. So this is another little location here I see. And I'm just going to kind of add some hash marks of whatever shape that shadow is. It's not just a line. There's a shape to it. So is it a little triangular? Is it a little squarish? Is it a little diamondy? Focus on some shapes. Yeah. Cool. I can go real light over some parts here. Get it. I can go real dark over here. See a light area here. Yeah. We're just drawn with these Prismacolors. We're not really doing too much painting with these Prismacolors. It just beats black, don't you think? You could use purple if you wanted to. You could use whatever color.
Can we use our watercolor pencils?
Sure. Yeah. And you could be drawing with a brush as well. So if you really wanted to work with watercolors or something, you could be drawing all these lines and stuff just with a paintbrush. It's just the attitude that you use this medium. We're just gonna be drawing with. All right, so here's those tail feathers here. He's a cute little guy. He's coming alive. You know, I said next week I would do a demo of a heron. I could paint it. We could do a painting. Yeah? All right, so bring your paints next week. We'll do a painting demo of a heron, and then you guys can continue on with painting or sketching. It won't take the whole class. If you guys got any other special projects you got going on at home, or anything you've been wanting to work on, bring those too. For more advanced students, feel free to have your own projects going on in this class. You'll have the time for it. Okie dokie. Should we do a chicken after this? I think we have time if you want.
Hey, the chicken's good.
Yeah, I'm down. I'm hungry. Now you might not see all the shadow, but if you understand that light is just coming in from over this direction, you can kind of assume and even elaborate on some of the shadow that you might or might not see. Because all we're doing here is we're just drawing the forms of this bird. We're not making the same exact bird. This is not going to be a photograph. So now that I know that the light's kind of be hitting it, maybe I can make this area darker over here. Heck, I can even use a second color to make it a bit darker. Good color combination if you guys are using blue is this orange with the blue. And combined gives you a pretty good dark color, like a shadow. Now I could push those shadows even farther than I had. You can use your wrist, you can even use your hand, hold it like this. You can use a wider stroke of line here. And you can get a big broad area shading it in. But this brown plus this blue gives you a nice solid black. You'll never need to use black. You can just use these two colors. See, I can just kind of push those shadows. And the more I push those shadows, the more dramatic that form will be. You can kind of imagine, you know, how those forms will be. Okay. And of course, a shadow underneath the bird. Yeah. Okay, I'll see you around. All right. I'm just gonna walk around and see how everyone's doing. I'll hold off on like He does have a bit of a frown, doesn't he?
Curious.
Can I borrow the PowerPoint?
Sure. Yeah. Okay. Get it back to me.
Okay.
I will never remember.
No, I just want to show her.
Yeah, fun with a pencil. Andrew was very beginner friendly. Really, this is really quite cute. This is some racy illustrations, which I'm like, it's of the time. It was like 1930. But I'm just like, I get to occasion. Some of the racist depictions. He's a legend. He knows how to draw form. Will definitely be. Yeah, see her.
For the blush, the seed a brand of blush. It's on the,
Oh, yeah.
this one, syllabus and materials.
Yeah,
Because I mean, this lower one should be further back.
That's just kind of.
We're kind of looking.
Material. It's about why.
Oh, yeah, I see the same.
Not expensive.
Needs a flip.
Because it's my first time to work with blush, so I don't want to buy.
They're gonna do a little droopy.
So is, oh, this is a different.
That's the paintbrush.
Yeah, watch the video, check out the book, Andrew Loomis.
Need it. Okay. $11.95. How expensive is the expensive?
Sorry. What did you ask?
Let's go back to the syllabus. This one.
Oh, okay, I'll send it to you, Grace, now. Did you have it on there, like, by paper?
Last night?
Oh, okay. Let me do it right now for you.
I'd rather do this.
Very simple, that's good, that's what we're looking for, yeah. Shadows.
Yeah.
Shapes. Okay, yes. Okay, cool. I think I'm ready to go on the next one. I'll pull up the chicken picture and we can kind of have some fun with that. Oh, good, thank you. I was about to write it down.
Can I borrow a pencil real quick?
Here, I can just do it right here.
Okay.
Okay. So you need this. This has the syllabus, YouTube, Pinterest.
Mhm.
All good.
Okay.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay, it's, oh, do you want my name or just the email?
Hold on. Let me just kind of move this. Alright. I'm just gonna pull up the image of a chicken for those who have finished. Alright, bye-bye. Feel free to do a chicken if you're ready to head out. You've had enough for today. Free country. I'm gonna do this chicken though. This chicken. Who's got the volume on? Okay. I just heard this chicken like 1,000 times. Like this. It was like a infinity mirror of chickens. Okay. Cool.
Thank you.
Alrighty. Hope you had a good time today.
I didn't really, I had to kind of like do this just freestyle because I wanted to learn the shapes and stuff and all that to make sense of what I'm doing.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So that's cool.
Cool.
Very cool.
All right.
Yeah.
Good
Looking
stuff.
forward to more.
All right. Good. Yes. I'm excited to get teeny.
So I have a question. So all the stuff you recommended is
Right.
what we need for this course. So
So-
I think I have these brushes,
Awesome.
not that particular brand,
Uh-huh.
but I have a bunch of calligraphy
Good.
brushes.
Nice. So I recommended this just because I want you guys to get out of the class and do art as well. And this small sketchbook will is going to be your little companion. So you can take it out with you, and then instead of pulling out your phone when you're waiting in a line at somewhere, you can
So
just do more
what
art.
is this?
So that's to sharpen your pens, cut out paper. If you don't already have a blade to use.
No, I have a pencil sharpener.
Okay, all right, that's fine too. I
It's pencil sharpener.
personally I like using a knife just because you can have a bit more control over.
Well, it's only $5. Okay, and so this is
And then that's what I'm
the
using right
mixed
now.
media pad.
Uh-huh.
And then we will be using pencils because you were saying
Pencils.
you prefer the colored pencil.
Yeah. So that's kind of just in case you don't have pens at home or pencils at home for some reason. I have a pencil too.
Well, I have
But,
pencils, so I don't need that.
Yeah. So yeah, you don't need it.
Okay.
Most people won't.
This one I already have,
Good. Yes.
but this one, the gouache, the
Yes.
permanent white.
So that's going to be the most helpful for you. And there's the gouache. And so this
And
is
what is this?
Um,
To save your paint.
So this is just for gouache. So I
So
don't think
those are the
watercolors.
basic colors.
Yeah, this is what I'll be using. Kids might have more or less 12. I think it's about 12. This might have a few extra colors.
4.
Yeah, so there's a few extra colors, but they're very minor.
So then open it up. What does it look like inside?
Yeah. So it stays wet.
So you put your paint in there so that if there's leftover, then you can just cover it up?
Yes. So this has lasted me forever. It does, or it can get a little moldy, but a little spritz of a water bottle will get rid of the molds.
Okay.
People will be
So
like,
I think it's kind of like the pans. Like Daniel Smith has its paint in a pan and it's hard and then you just wet it and then you reactivate
see,
it.
I used to do that. But the issue that I have with dried palettes is that you can't get gloppy. You can't get them to the same consistency as they once were. So to get those really beautiful, bright and textural brush strokes
Like
on
a
top.
thicker amount.
You will never be able to do that with dried palettes. So that's why I really try to sell this. If not, I've also used, I don't have it, or do I? Maybe I do. I do. Like little sauce things. So these work similarly. I found a better size. You can, oh here, 0.5. And look, this is full of water. Nothing is dripped at all. These are solid. And so these do basically the same
Yeah,
thing.
but that square one is handy because they're all together.
Yes, exactly. And you
You're
don't
just
need a,
pulling out one thing instead of.
yeah, no, it's huge.
And what's this one for?
Drawing. We'll be doing some line work.
Okay, because I
Input.
know I have something similar, but there's more of them.
Mhm.
So they're just pens with different nibs on it, right?
Yeah, yeah. So there's
So,
different
I think
sizes.
I
So if
already
you,
have
yeah,
that.
if you have one and you know you like it, that's good.
And then this one, I have something similar where you put water in it, you suck in the water, and then you use it to paint. Is that what this
Yeah,
is?
that's fine. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah. So I mean, you know,
because then I have that already.
this is kind of to go. So if you had that little pocket sketchbook thing, you know,
Oh, okay.
that would be something that's very handy. I don't personally use it. I use this in my brushes.
Which do you use? This one?
Yeah, to go.
Oh, okay,
See,
because I have the
Yeah,
collapsible
I
cup.
keep my water with me at all times. So if I'm ever out painting, that's kind of what I have.
Okay. And then this one is just,
Palette, yeah. So any kind of palette is fine.
okay.
I've seen these also at Daiso. It's a Japanese dollar store, but yeah, those are cheap and necessary.
$135.
But I told everybody that these paints, you know, you buy them once and it's gonna last you.
I got the more expensive one.
Yeah, you'll be happy you did.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, personally, I'll teach with the cheaper stuff just for those students who have cheaper stuff. So I can kind of show you, but these pricier ones are very satisfying, and they'll last you forever, literally.
Okay.
Like I bought my kit maybe like 5 or 6 years ago, and I'm a heavy user of paint. I'm painting all the time, and I've only had to refill white and maybe some yellow. But the other colors will just like last me. So, see it as a long-term investment. Years after years, you're going to be paying less on this paint than you will be on Netflix. That's what I always like to tell people. $30 a month for Netflix. This is $100 for years. So,
Okay, place your order.
if you need to, put it on credit, pay it off slowly.
Yeah.
It'll be worth it.
When is it arriving?
Yeah.
I think it will probably be here. I'll have it by tomorrow, probably.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
All right.
Well,
Very exciting.
Restroom before I go home.
Of course. They got a nice restroom here.
It's just far, far away. It's not like around. It's like in the other.
Well, you can get a little exercise.
Oh, yeah. I see it's all the material is nature, it's
Yeah.
like stone, like whatever.
Yeah, it's like authentic
Yeah,
and
I don't,
fancy.
I saw the flyer, no flyer recently from YouTube or whatever.
Yeah. Yes, nice. So it was a gift to you, and then.
No, I said I buy one for myself. Because I couldn't use it for me. Good balance the same. Teacher,
Well, you don't need to do
teacher,
that.
need a good one.
Well, I'll see you next week then. Thank you.
Yeah. I don't know how.
Well, you need to have some reference. Maybe we'll try to save you a spot up front. Would you like that? Okay, because it's much closer to the TV. It's hard to see if I can get a second TV in here, just on the other side. I could probably make something happen.
Last time,
Oh, yeah? Yeah, you have a hard time hearing it? Okay, I have a microphone. I can do that. Okay.
How do I look at it, start out okay, and then end up on it, so I need to know
So
where to put that.
try to build up the bird from the inside out. Right now you're building the bird from the outside. Okay, so I'll show you what I mean. Here, we got the chicken right there. Alright, so if we look at the chicken and we drew that line where that spine might be, we can kind of build up that form of that neck there, going down into the head. And then to the bottom part of the body there. Again, drawing through everything, it's very messy. You gotta draw really lightly. It's hard for you to draw lightly, hold the pen so farther away. That'll be even lighter. So then you can kind of draw like that.
Okay, well, maybe if I do
And then we can
search
kind
and
of piece
search.
it together. Then you can start drawing all the chicken feathers and stuff on there.
Yeah.
There we go. Got the beak right there. There's the eyeball back here.
I didn't do it in there.
There's the head.
And you did pay as well.
Leg there.
Good job. Yeah.
That.
Yeah, it's the Prisma one. You put it on his little Amazon. But you can get, you can also get the watercolor ones.
Kind of mix things up as I go, you know.
And then use water on top, and then
It's
it's amazing how it works. I just take the, you just put water in the and then you can blend them to work really good.
There we go. Start with a big shape.
These my colors are
Work our way.
That's good. It's good. That's the first thing.
And I already brought my for this. I think I have to sit right in front
It's so much fun.
on this side because
Here, we got
it's
that
just
kind of
hard for my
circle
eyes.
shape.
I have to be really
But it's nice if
right
you're watching
here
it.
in front.
Belly there.
Nice.
Another shape in here.
We're all in
Yeah,
the
sure.
Oh my gosh. Especially if you're watching a movie. It'll be all over the place. And my dog has to be like,
Forward down.
So when she moved out, she left that.
I can call her on this line, right?
It's hard to see if I can get a second TV. If I can get a second TV, I can get a splitter. Like this TV.
But you know, where they said I never had lessons for drawing.
He was showing us the brushes.
Everybody starts, you wanna move close to the TV.
That was my first time to do it. I think so. For me, I like to see this one. This was.
I think she said you bring
So I was reading the
Well, these are from your daughter's collection. Oh, I thought this was from his. She doesn't very cheap. Yeah. Very, very.
and writing
No, I just know it's AI. You can always tell because it's got that light behind it. Yes. That's AI. You can see the light behind it. The light behind it. It's also and then if you look at the fingers, sometimes they're a little messed up. It's not too Yeah, you can see the leaves too. And the stick just as weird. That just really happens. Yeah, there's always gonna be like weird things.
Okay, I see things.
You see the light on the outside.
Yeah, but I
Might be cool.
I don't.
Those are,
This is real, right?
yeah.
I think it's the See, this one has reflection and the other one. I think they're the same, right? So which one is?
Those all look real. Those all look good.
And then for lunch. And then we're going to.
This might be the
Oh, how fun.
I don't know where it's the best.
Wow. Yeah, it's really big.
Oh,
That's great.
so I'm still thinking, I don't know.
Yeah. If you really wanted to, the simple birds, I mean, you can get done like that. If you're wanting to paint it, I mean, you could probably spend a bit more time, but these are all great references. You can draw all these things. That's the thing with sketching is it's just fast. Yes, it is.
No, sometimes it's hard.
Hard to paint. Every painting is a challenge. And how you paint these.
You said this one's real.
That one is real.
Yeah.
I went to Arizona and I
It's hard.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you could take a color scheme and put it into another bird, or you could just do that. Those birds too. That's fine.
I was thinking, instead of red, the whole thing. Or just the red bird. Change that.
Yeah, the thing with AI is like a lot of the times lighting is difficult for AI to do. So they always just do backlighting. Everything's kind of flat. So it's hard to kind of capture the glow that AI does.
It's really good.
So I mean,
It's really good.
as an artist, I think you can kind of elaborate.
Nice thing.
Of course.
They were gonna say.
Right.
They're just.
Yeah.
Are we gonna be using this?
Yeah, you totally can.
Oh, okay, because some of these stuff are others, she's passed away. You know, I was only using the watercolor, so I can bring this then.
Sure, yeah.
The ones that you're recommending.
So the ones that I'm recommending are wax paints, so it will resist from watercolors. It's better to draw with underneath the painting, just so you can see what you're doing.
And then you paint over that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it creates this like really pretty orange glow, and you'll be able to see the work forms.
With the watercolor, I paint first and then
I kind of like, for details, you know, use the watercolor, pencil.
Sure. Yeah. If you have a process, follow it. Yeah.
But then we're gonna be doing gouache, so that's why we need to use the wax. Colored pencil.
Yeah, they'll go underneath the painting. Yeah. So.
Well, then, you know, when we don't eat,
I can show you something that I did. I don't know.
because
Oh gosh, I don't know.
I don't
have
wanna
the
be
best paintings
carrying
of me.
so many things with me.
It's true. I mean,
You
I
know?
fit everything in here.
Oh my
I
God.
just fit just a few colors in there. You don't need this whole thing. In fact, I recommended everybody to get the smallest pack. You
So
know,
the one that you put in the syllabus,
something.
that's,
See, this is tiny.
that's the one in the syllabus, so that's what I ordered
Yeah,
there.
have this. Have some pencils.
Yeah,
A pen. I mean, this is it's all in here. I fit it in
Okay.
a small little case. You could easily fit this in a side bag. So if you have these giant
yeah,
packages,
this is a lot.
minimize a bit. I mean, you can throw like 5 of those colors in there. We're not gonna be doing full on color drawings with these things. This is
Okay.
just for drawing instead of using
And
boring
then
old
this
graphite
is the one
black.
you recommended to the
Mhm.
palette. Okay.
Yeah.
All right then.
Let me see if I have any paintings in here. Of,
You have your little.
So you can kind of see like colored pencil where I'm kind of drawing
Oh,
around.
Yeah, I see it.
And then I painted in right on top.
That is cute.
It's a little scratchy, but it adds a bit of glow to it. Here's another one. You got that orange colored pencil.
Yes, yes.
This is drawing over by what's the place? Think about teaching further, but yep,
Okay.
yep. My little ink brush.
I like this guy. It's so tiny.
Yeah, I do tiny little things. Here's a picture of me and my girlfriend. We went over to Packing District.
Oh,
Had some beer.
okay.
Very kind of messy but fun. I don't know,
Aliens.
something like that.
Okay.
Oh, okay, here we go.
All right. Then what I'll do is I'll just have a separate bag for your class because, you know, every teacher has different medium
Yeah.
and
And
I don't want to be carrying everything.
no.
So-
Minimize for sure. This is your go bag.
Yeah.
This is going to be something that you can easily grab, take to the park somewhere nice, coffee
Okay.
shop, and class.
Okay then.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Of
This
course.
was,
Yeah, I have
quite
2 separate
informative.
sets of all of my stuff. I have stuff that I use just for class, and I have stuff at home that I use for my own personal work. And
I hope next week my name will be on the roster because
Yes.
like I said, let me take a
Yes.
screenshot of this. Take a picture
yeah,
so that I know that I've registered.
you got my email though.
Yes,
so
I did.
Just contact me through the email if you have any questions.
Okay, thank you so
I'm
much.
pretty good at replying. Some days I'm busy, but I'm pretty
I
good.
don't even need to bring a plastic because you provide the plastic.
Yeah, but I love the green. Bring it, please. It adds a bit of life to the class.
Are there any special eraser to erase
Oh.
the color pencil?
No.
Oh, no.
No, keep it scratchy. Looks messy, but yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're not making fine art. This isn't a drawing class, so we're not gonna do fine drawings or fancy things like that. It's just about building up that form, getting used to perspective,
Okay.
and then painting and drawing and getting color on top of
I
that.
don't know, we did a lot of drawing today.
I know, but it's not. It's different though. It is different. We're not focusing too much on the exact details and shadows and
Just the
stuff.
shapes.
Just the shapes. That's right. Yeah, painting will bring in techniques and textures. Drawings just for form. Yeah.
We'll pay next week then.
Yeah.
Okay. And, did you get the email from Alan?
From Annie?
From Ellen.
Oh, Ellen? No.
Okay. She cannot be here today.
Oh, yeah, she said she could. Seemed like a Tiffany person. The dancer, right? Yeah. So I just said that, you know, she could join in anytime.
Yeah.
And then a few days. Yeah, she might be like, if I miss a day, I'll never be allowed again. I hope she doesn't think that, you know?
No, I tell her to come.
You know, Bruce was in the class of Israel this morning.
Oh, so happy between.
Yeah, he was in the class this morning. I was in that class. And, you know, we introduced ourselves and, you know, so when you said Bruce, tall guy,
How's that class doing?
But
The morning class?
the morning class, we're
Growing?
growing.
Good, how many?
No, I know he said when he looked in the registration, there were 18 yesterday.
Okay.
And then, this morning, got 9 more slips.
Oh.
So the class is safe, because he said,
Nice.
please ask people to register. So I brought in 4, somebody else brought in 5.
Wow.
So I said, thank God our class is safe.
Oh my God.
Because last August, it got canceled,
Yeah.
because there weren't enough, you know. So I was so relieved.
Well, that's
I was
great.
campaigning, please
Oh,
register.
man.
I don't want the class to get canceled.
Yeah.
Aileen go this morning, Aileen.
I
I gave her the registration form. She said she cannot come to the afternoon class. And I said, "Then go
Oh, she going in the morning?
to
Oh.
Israel's class. No, I
You're
didn't
not
have everybody. I met maybe 8 people, but you know, other people started coming in late. So I only met the people who came before the class.
Yeah, but so I'll be here all day long.
Thank you.
All right, I'll see you next week.
Thanks, I really enjoyed this class.
Cool. I know I can get a little mixed up and silly.
It was a little fast in the beginning because like I said, I've never taken a drawing class, so I just took a breath and said, you know, here we go.
That's right. That's good. That's good. I do like a good challenge. I got a
Next
brain.
Wednesday.
All right. Huh? Yeah. Of course. Shoot, should I start cleaning up?
Guys, what about I'm getting like the leaving because my color
Yes, me too.
Okay, I'm just going to use the restroom.
I don't use. I've never tried Prismacolor watercolor pencils. I've tried Winsor Newton watercolor pencils, and they're not as sensitive as Prismacolors. They're not as satisfying to me, at least, like drawing with them. So, I mean, I don't really use them too much. Yeah, I don't have it with me. But I've seen some artists use them. Maybe they had some higher quality ones. So maybe Prismacolor has some good ones. I don't know. Do you have them with you?
I know, I probably have them somewhere in my storage. I was thinking, just picking up another set, somebody was mentioning about them.
Oh.
Because I used to love blending them. Prismacolor watercolor pencils, they were great, this is from years ago.
Uh-huh.
So I mean, I actually had Prismacolor at home, but I
Yeah.
can't really blend with them, I like blending.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, I could see how it would lend to your style. So yeah, go for it. Yeah, that would be good.
But you said we're not gonna really use like pencils that much in here.
I mean, just to build things up, just to cover it up, really. But yeah, watercolor pencils, that should be fine. I don't think it should affect your painting too much. So you'll be all right.
I think the lady next to me forgot, Lori forgot her pencil with us, and
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's fun. I like that. Okay. I'm just gonna. Oh, really? All right. I'll see you later. Okay. Thank you. I'm gonna draw a chicken real quick. I don't care. I'm gonna do it. Speed chicken.
Yeah, I did roast it. That was fun to do.
You did the chicken?
Yeah, the one up there.
Alright, let's do it.
That was like really easy.
Alright.
to do, so.
Yeah. Alright, bye-bye.
I might book my ride for later because everybody was staying longer. Yeah, I thought I did stay longer.
Yeah. It's drawings very fast. So, but I think what we went over today, very crucial. We'll be using it all semester long, so.
Oh yeah, no, those are the things to know. So when I have free time, usually like on my phone playing chess or something.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so if I draw more, what are some of the advantages to that? Instead of doing chess?
To drawing more?
Yeah.
Drawing really hones down form, I think, more than anything. And you can do it fast. Doing a whole painting of something like three-dimensional, it can be very helpful, but I think with drawing you can invent more. You can kind of tell more stories too. Kind of playing with the form, because it's like if you were painting a chicken head, for example. All right, sure thing, guys. I'll see y'all next week. So it's like if you were painting like a chicken head, for example.
Yeah.
You know, you could draw it like this. Now, if you were painting it, it might take you a bit longer. But you could kind of have variations here. You can make the beak lower. You can kind of play with shapes a bit more. I mean, like, I think variation can be like worked with much quicker. Just so that when you kind of decide, like, oh, I think it looks better if it was more in the middle, like that. Well, then now I can put that into my bird. I can kind of hone in on, what you need to work on.
Which one would be like better for me, like just drawing or painting, as far as like on the go like that?
On the go?
Yeah.
It depends on how much time you have.
Let's say I got 30, 40 minutes, or I'm waiting in a doctor's office and I have a long time.
That's probably sketching. That's probably good for sketching. I wouldn't bring a whole painting set to a doctor's appointment, unless you had a digital. That's pretty easy to whip out, just a little digital thing. You could paint like that.
Because they'll freak out and think you're gonna run there like big.
Well, it's I don't know. You're. I mean, think about all the stuff you bring for your paint.
Right.
Now think of all the stuff you need to bring for a sketchbook.
Right.
All you need is a ballpoint pen. You could find one on the fly. I mean,
Yeah.
sketching, you always have it available. Even if you forget all your stuff, you could find a paper plate and a pencil somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
You know? So having that available to you is very beneficial. Now, it will not help you really hone in on colors, really learn about colors or anything like that. I mean, you could take notes. I know of artists who kind of take notes like, oh, I would use cadmium yellow here, and then maybe this is like flame red, or I don't know, you know? Like I've seen like experts do that before, and then, you know, paint it later on just from memory. And that can actually give your artwork like some really interesting things.
Oh, wow. I usually end up taking a lot of photos,
Uh-huh.
but the photos are, I don't like the Apple phone, Apple camera as
Yeah.
much as I like, you know, like some of the Droid cameras.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because like I used to do a lot of like you don't actually see the image like the way you do on a Droid when I had a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Like let's say I did a selfie, I could see exactly what it was gonna look like before I did it. But the Apple, like the lens is off, so you get a different angle that you may not want. The colors aren't as rich.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because they don't really spend a lot on their cameras.
Oh, yeah. It all goes into the hardware, I'm sure.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. I mean, it's interesting. Like phones, cameras might not be as good as you think they're. A lot of the like quality comes from the processing, and some of this processing is like AI. So it's like if it sees a twig in a tree, it'll recognize the twig, and then can kind of enhance and be like, oh, there's a twig here, and then kind of draw it in rather than have it be a whole bunch of random pixels.
Oh.
Now it's a line on a twig.
So that's even with just regular photo?
Yeah, that's how our eyes work too. Our eyes are actually way more messed up than we think it is. But the processing in our brain fixes our vision in a way.
Yeah.
Like we have a bunch of blind spots, like little black points in our eyes that don't see at all. And our brain just connects the dots. What's between those lines?
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah,
That's cool.
I know too much.
That's never a bad thing, man. It's a good thing.
It's good that I'm a teacher. Otherwise, I'd just be annoying.
You just do that.
I'd just be annoying.
Oh my god.
Oh, this is a fun chicken to draw.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
I'm just
He's
gonna.
got kind of attitude with his others and stuff.
Yeah, no, he's all like.
I didn't realize they had glue and all that. I always think of them as like, you know, colors, and like, you know, just kind of like not like that with the blues and the greens, and the reds and the burnt sienna, and the yellow. Oh,
It's fun drawing like this. See, I can just crank this out in 10 minutes. I can't do that with painting. I have a lot of experience in drawing. Honestly, my painting experience is not as bold as my drawing experience is. It's like drawing a lot longer than painting.
Gotta get to do both. Like I find if
Oh,
I
100%.
don't do a lot of color, when I have to do color, I get overwhelmed, you know, until I get back into it. So
Hmm.
it's kind of good to do both. I got some really good painted gouache.
Mm.
I had a really good special at Michael's, and I got to go through painted gouache.
Yeah.
But that's good that you said about not drawing it out, because I was getting ready to make a palette by drawing it out, you know, and I'm like, oh no, I don't. It's good that I didn't,
Yeah.
because the last thing I want to do is.
Oh my gosh, you were gonna dry out all the Holbein?
What?
Wait, the Winsor Newton?
So yeah, so I got the Windsor, yeah.
Oh,
or
okay.
The Holbein, well, the Holbein I already have, like.
I know they got stolen. You said.
Yeah, I still have some of the tubes.
Okay,
So
good.
my transom unit like that you have like, that holds a pan and it has that wet thing over it, that's gone. But I'm
Oh
thinking
my
maybe I'll
gosh.
get another one. Cause I was just gonna do, like the one teacher, he does dry, he was telling us how to do a dry palette. He said, don't do it though unless, you know what you're doing, because you won't get the water consistency right. And then you put the dry one again, and I'm thinking, I kind of held off on it. But, I think I'll just use that transom one and keep them, like just straight from the tube in it.
Mm,
Yeah, I'm kind of disappointed though, like nobody ever returned that, nobody ever. And if they're not an artist, what are they gonna do with it?
sell it?
Yeah,
I don't know. Or maybe they are an artist. Who knows?
yeah, it was.
I mean, you kind of have to know what they are to steal them. So.
Yeah, it was just bad. I'm still a little upset about that,
How did it happen?
So basically, I was by the children's museum in La Habra. We were having a class down there, and they had this festival outside, and I was waiting for my ride, and I was trying to figure out where the ride was, and I wanted to go to this one vehicle, which he was starting to leave, and I wanted to get to him quickly and see if that was my ride. And when I came back, a bunch of my stuff was gone, and it was only a matter of a few minutes. So I had this thing, like my clothing material, like the quilt that most of it that I'd already done, that was gone. Like whatever I had in that bag gone. But it was, and they kept asking about how